This is Jay Grace of In the Know. I'm here at the Angel Orensanz Foundation where we're gathering today, September 11th, 2011, the 10th anniversary of September 11th. Here in New York City, obviously it really rings to our home and our hearts. And so in honor of this, the city has been covering and making special events for the 10th anniversary. Here at the Angel Orensanz Foundation, as you can see, 3,000 pebbles in remembrance. And so you're going to get a chance to actually speak to the executive director, Al Orensanz, of the Angel Orensanz Foundation in a little while. And you'll get a sneak peek at the installation inside, which is pretty amazing. This is Jay Grace. Hang out with me for a little bit on this special day. Thank you. Part of the installation at the Angel Orensanz Foundation for today, September 11th, is the white pebbles, which represent 3,000 of the souls that were lost in 9/11. It's very simplistic, to the point, and very poignant. Part of the installation, Angel Orensanz used this particular piece, and you will see some of the footage of it. And today, on the 10th anniversary, you can see there are people who have come in and decided to share their words. You can see peace, tribute, 9/11 tribute, future. A little girl a little while ago wrote a little heart and said, "I love New York." Just a way of people sort of connecting and joining in the national and international mourning. Hi, I'm here with Al Orensanz, the Executive Director of the Angel Orensanz Foundation. Thank you for having us here on this special day in remembrance of September 11th, the installation by Angel Orensanz, 3,000 Pebbles. Tell us a little bit about the installation and what Angel Orensanz Foundation is part of here on the Lower East Side.
Well, this installation has been crafted precisely with the idea of commemorating 10 years of the biggest catastrophe in the history of New York, and that consisted of the destruction of the World Trade Center that we witnessed from the top of our building looking downtown. We saw the first plane and the second plane and the smoke and the collapse of the towers, the running of people downtown and the running of the people from downtown to the bridges in order to leave Manhattan, right? So I think that the city has never healed from such atrocity, although the memory has faded away. But new information is appearing, new fiction, new books, no narratives, movies, all kinds of documentation has been put together. The World Trade Center is halfway on its return in a more magnificent way with a museum and the memorial to the 3,000 plus victims. So this year, the 10th anniversary is especially touching for all of us. And we at the Angel Orensanz Foundation decided, together with our team of artists and art workers of the Angel Orensanz Foundation installation art award and the initiatives of the interns to put together this transformation of the space briefly for the day that consists of having 3,000 pebbles, white pebbles, at the entrance of the building that invite people to touch them, take them, and get them into the building and piled them up around the center east side of the building. And besides that, another major element is a sphere. Angel Orensanz that very morning was running a sphere here, this sphere, for ABC television that was taping a program for their night entertainment, and that program was never aired, was never finished, having taped many parts of the country, and finally they decided to close the program in New York, since our building is such signature building, right? But that very morning they were precisely taping Angel Orensanz moving down the aisle with this sphere to the front of the building. When we heard the news, and then the team of ABC television have to leave for downtown to cover the news. So we had these two elements, the fiction, the commemoration of the pebbles, and the actual object manifest of that very day. So people will enter with the pebbles, will deposit them around the bima, and then they will write their names on the skin of the sphere. At the same time, we have a movie film being projected in the screens that go around the building that narrates the access of Angel to the World Trade Center the year after. The year after was celebrated, as you might remember, with a lot of depth and sorrow, and the roots or the footprints of the World Trade Center were available for some visitors to come down and touch them. And in that case, we obtained the permission to go down and film this descent of this sphere into the roots of the World Trade Center. Remember that the World Trade Center have a sphere in the square, and that sphere survived one way or the other. And then the tape narrates all this process as well. It narrates the process of Angel moving this very sphere in Tokyo, and the Sensoji temple in downtown Tokyo, because a few years ago was the commemoration of the end of the Second World War, and as you know, America burned down the city of Tokyo. Mostly downtown Tokyo, the center of the city, was burned by our planes, and they will remember this destruction of that marvelous city. And for that purpose, he was invited to do this procession of this ritual. And he was as well invited to do it in Berlin, another city that has been through an incredible martyrdom of the separation in two halves and into the extreme tension and anxiety for almost 30 years that was subjected to the separation of the families and the life in two blocks opposite and so forth. And then it was brought finally to Venice, another city of death.
Can you let people know what the Angel Orensanz Foundation is, and where, if you want to find out more, give them the contact information?
Well, I thought that everybody knew by now.
Oh, but it's always good
There
to
are a
get
couple
some new
people out
friends.
there that don't know yet.
Okay. We are the oldest synagogue in New York City. We've been in this place since 1849. So we have been through thick and thin. We have gone through all the wars, the Civil War, and then through the First and Second World Wars. So we know quite a bit about wars and about collapses and destructions. And the building has survived all this process.